Hey there, don't miss the future. What the heck does that mean? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, but you can call me Pajama Grandma. In case we haven't met yet, go ahead and put hashtag pajama in the comments below so I know it's the first time you're being exposed to the Pajama Grandma. Today is actually day 261 of the Daily Scare Share, doing one thing a day that scares you, or me, from the book Do One Thing a Day That Scares You. This is a little journal type book that I got back in 2014 one weekend when we were up at the cabin. And I got a copy for me, a copy for one of my friends, because we were starting a new business endeavor back then. Yes, it was a network marketing business. And yes, we were both a little anxious and afraid to do the things that they were teaching us to do. And I will say, looking back, we were 100% right to be afraid, because they were teaching us old school network marketing strategies from the 1970s. So it was a bad strategy, and it made it not a very fun way to do business. But we did it for a couple of days, and then we stopped. Then I tried to pick it up for a couple of more days, and then I stopped. And a couple more days, and I stopped. So over a couple-month period, I did a few days, and I never really committed to doing one thing a day that stretched my comfort zone. Well, this year, early in the year, my daughter, who may have noticed that I'm living in a bit of a rut, brought the book to my attention. She found it on a bookshelf in the house as we're getting ready to transition and move to a new home. And she said, cool book, Mom, which is code for, hey, maybe you should look at this because your life is kind of sucking these days. And it wasn't really sucking. It's just was really, really boring. And just kind of that minimum to get by philosophy where you're just doing what you got to do, but you're not really stretching or contributing what you're here to contribute. So I committed to doing this book every day. And since I was scared to death to do Facebook Lives, I committed that I was going to not only do this book and the challenge every day, but I was going to hop on Facebook Live and I was going to share it with other people. And to me, that was the scariest thing I could do at the time. Now it's not so scary to hop on and do it every morning. I just pretty much do it because it helps me to focus in on something that I want to do to stretch my comfort zone, to move me toward the goals and the objectives that I want for my life, and to get me out of that rut and make sure that I'm always moving forward. Because it's easy to get into a routine and the usual and not think about what I really want. Just go with the flow of the everyday things that pop up in life. And it's not, I mean, it's an okay way to live. I mean, I got a pretty decent lifestyle, but it's not what makes my heart happy. It's not what makes me want to get up in the morning and hop into my beautiful robe and hop on Facebook Live and start my day. So enough of a preamble. What is the Daily Scare Share, Sharon? Today is a Amazing Sayings Day by John F. Kennedy. I'm going to cheat and tell you who it's by right off the bat. It says, "Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future." That's why I titled this, Don't Miss the Future. Don't miss your future by living in a teeny tiny box, by painting yourself into a corner and thinking that you have to stay there, because change is always possible. The only thing we can count on really are that things are always going to change and that someday we're going to die. And do we want to die with regrets, the regret of not living our life to the fullest, not experiencing the things that we're here to experience? Or do we want to step out of that box, that little comfort zone, and just be who we are, do something different, try something new? And today's, it says, change, not changes, change one thing a day, change I made today. And I put, I'm going to focus on the present moment because, like so many other human beings, I tend to relive the past or be commiserating why I don't have the future automatic gazillionaire lifestyle that I think that I want. And obviously, if I wanted it, I would already have it. So I only think that I want it. And I only think that I want it because other people put those beliefs on us by telling us we should do certain things or we ought to want certain things when we probably don't even really want those things. That's really interesting. And I'm not sure how often we ponder that, how many things that we think we want are because we in our heart really want them or because other people have told us we should want them. I know for a lot of years, I spent my life living in the should zone and shoulding all over myself. I love that expression. Quit shoulding all over yourself. You shouldn't do anything that doesn't make you happy or doesn't feel good to you. But we do a lot of things. And that doesn't mean that we don't do things that maintain our lifestyle and are right for us to do because they're a little bit uncomfortable. I mean, I think today people expect to always be 100% comfortable and life to be super duper easy. Well, it isn't. It never has been. It never will be. It's as easy as we make it based on how we decide to look at the situation. But I think we miss out so much on reliving the past and commiserating that we miss the present moment because we're complaining about how things should be and that they're not the way we want them to be yet. And just focus on, hey, it's not that way yet, but let's enjoy this moment because enjoying this moment is what creates the future that we want. So today I'm going to focus on the present moment. It's come up 3 or 4 times in the last few days. So obviously that's something that I need to pay attention to. So maybe you do too. Let's focus on the present moment today. I'm also going to change my mindset about a couple of things. And I'm going to change my mindset about a couple of things right now. I've been dawdling and postponing and procrastinating and not doing it when I know it's in my best interest. So I'm just going to decide to change my mind right now. I could commiserate over it for another 5 years, or I can just do it right now. Fact is, we make decisions, we make choices in an instant, and then we spend years and years justifying those choices and those decisions, or dealing with the consequences of those choices and decisions. I'm going to focus on what's working today, absolutely positively what's working, and what I can do and what else is possible, not on the things that I think aren't perfect yet. Because guess what? Nothing is ever perfect. We just choose to continually improve to achieve what it is that we want and desire. So what can you do today? What will you do today that's different? What can you change today? Just one little thing. I listed a bunch of things, but I'm just going to change for sure one thing, and that's going to be focusing on the present moment, because that is something that we all can practice and will bring us automatically more happiness and more joy if we're not thinking about the past and dwelling on that, or reliving the past, or focusing on the future as if we have to drive to get something, because the only way we can drive to get something is with the choices and the action and the mindset that we use right now in the present moment. So I'm all about the present moment today. Go out, have an awesome day, and be present in the moment as much as possible. And I will, of course, see you tomorrow with day 262 of the Daily Scare Share. Don't be scared. You got this.